Chapter 2 is matter around us pure. We see various objects or products labeled as pure. By pure, we mean that it is unadulterated. But for scientists, pure means that all the particles of the substance are the same in their chemical nature. This means a pure substance consists of a single type of particle. Anything which is not pure and is constituted by more than one kind of particle is called a mixture. Most of the matter that we see around is mixture. As we know, mixture is made up of different atoms and molecules. These are also known as substances. A substance can be separated into other kinds of matter by a physical process. For example, salt or sugar can be separated from water by various methods such as filtration, evaporation, etc. When there are no impurities in a given substance, then its basic components cannot be separated from each other. Solution of salt and water is a mixture and not pure. Hence, salt and water can be separated by evaporation. Mixtures having uniform composition throughout are called as homogeneous mixtures. For example, salt in water and ink in water. Solutions of two or more substances are homogeneous. Mixtures having no uniform compositions and are physically distinct are called heterogeneous mixtures. For example, iron fillings with soil, oil, and water. Heterogeneous mixtures don't mix properly. Homogeneous mixtures of solid with liquid is called sol. Liquid in liquid is called emulsion. Gas with liquid is called foam. But we can have solid sol known as alloys. For example, stainless steel is made up of majorly iron and other metals to slow down or shut down rusting of iron. Similarly, we also have gaseous mixtures. A solution is made up of a solute and a solvent. Any component which is to be mixed or dissolved into is called solute. The component in which the solute is dissolved is called the solvent. A solute is lesser in amount. A solvent is always in larger amount. And a solution might have more than one number of solute particles. For example, seawater has oxygen dissolved in it, so the life beneath can survive. Earth's atmosphere consists of 21% of oxygen and 78% of nitrogen, and the rest is a very small percentage of gases. Properties of a true solution. True solution is homogeneous mixture. Size of particles in solution is less than 1 nanometer in diameter, therefore cannot be seen by naked eyes. Since the particles are so small, they don't scatter a beam of light, so the path of light is not visible. Solute particles cannot be separated by filtration. The solute particles do not settle down when left undisturbed. That means the solution is stable. Depending on the proportion of the solute to solvent, it can be termed as saturated or unsaturated. We also need to understand that the saturation point of a solution may vary at different temperatures. For example, the sugar dissolves quickly in boiling water, but it takes more effort to dissolve in cold water. When solute can be dissolved in a solvent at a given temperature, that solution is said to be unsaturated solution. When no more solute can be dissolved in a solvent at a given temperature, it is said to be a saturated solution. We can also find the concentration of a solution by a simple formula: amount of solute over amount of solution, or amount of solute over amount of solvent. Similarly, we can express the concentration of a solution in two different ways. First, mass by mass percentage. In this method, we use the ratio of mass of solute over mass of solution and multiply it by 100. Second, mass by volume percentage. In this method, we use mass of solute over volume of solution and multiply it by 100. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which the solute particles do not dissolve but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. Properties of suspension are: these particles can be seen with naked eyes. Particles of a suspension scatter a beam of light passing through it and makes its path visible, also known as Tyndall effect. The particles settle down when left undisturbed. That is, a suspension is unstable. These particles can also be filtered out using filter paper. When particles in the heterogeneous solution are spread throughout uniformly, then the solution is said to be a colloid or a colloidal solution. For example, milk. Properties of colloid are: the size of the particle of a colloid is too small to be seen by naked eyes. Colloid's particles are big enough to scatter a beam of light passing through and make its path visible. The colloidal solution is quite stable. It does not settle down when left undisturbed. They cannot be separated by the process of filtration, but it is possible by a special technique known as centrifugation. Now let's talk about what is Tyndall effect. It is the scattering of light by the particles of matter in its path, which makes the beam of light visible by lighting up the particles. Other than milk or in any colloidal solution, we can observe Tyndall effect in forest where the sunlight passes through tiny spaces in the dense forest. Point to remember: a mixture contains more than one substance, element and/or compound mixed in any proportion. Mixtures can be separated into pure substances using appropriate separation techniques. A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. The major component of a solution is called the solvent and the minor the solute. The concentration of a solution is the amount of solute present per unit volume or per unit mass of the solution or solvent. Materials that are insoluble in a solvent and have particles that are visible to naked eye form a suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. Colloids are heterogeneous mixtures in which the particle size is too small to be seen with naked eye, but it is big enough to scatter light. Colloids are useful in industry and daily life. That's all for part 1. See you in the next video.